Mental Health and Small Business Month was last month. And I
Right.
just feel like it kind of got brushed over, and it wasn't emphasized the way that I wanted it to be emphasized. So I just wanted to revisit. Um, I just wanted to revisit um, Mental Health Month and Small Business Appreciation Month, which was, it is historically in the month of May. And so, like I said, I just believe it's worth revisiting. So, I'm not a therapist, I'm not a life coach or anything like that. I'm coming to you as a human being and as an entrepreneur. So, if you run your own business, and I know I'm speaking to the choir, you know how stressful your job can be. You work countless hours sometimes, and it looks like your progress is small and incremental. And sometimes it takes years before you can just establish things the way that you want them to be and get to that optimal performance level. And a lot of business owners are obsessed with growing their business and just trying to figure out what mistakes they've made and how to correct them. And your presentation tonight, like, was streamlined as far as how a lot of these burdens can be alleviated off of small businesses and medium-sized businesses. And ambition is good, but you can overdose on ambition. And the important thing to remember as an entrepreneur is balance. Life consists of more than working to achieve your goals, but it is also meant to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And again, I'm just going to slide that in. A lot of the concepts that you mentioned in your presentation tonight alleviates that burden of what do I need to do to improve my business. So, as a business owner, a lot of entrepreneurs and CEOs, they say, well, I'll relax when I hit that multi-million or billion-dollar status, and I'll work tirelessly and endlessly to get there. And a lot of times that's where the burnout comes from, because you don't understand that there are other tools and resources out there that can take that burden off of you. And this quick presentation is entitled "What If We Don't Eat Tomorrow?" And this is for like a lot of businesses that are starting up and that are relatively small. That is a big concern, because you've sacrificed everything you have to start this business, and you don't know which way to go, and your concern is, what if we don't eat tomorrow? And what if I fail? And one thing that I can say, that when you're starting out, you will make mistakes. There will be there is a learning curve there. And when you take those missteps, that's your opportunity to rebuild, reinvent, and repeat. And again, I'm going to plug in the information that you just shared tonight, that what you introduced was how businesses can reinvent themselves to be better. Like you just mentioned, it's not always about the price point, but how are you adding value on top of the product you have? So business owners tend to mistakenly internalize their missteps and miscalculations as a sign to give up or worry. And the damage there is when you make a decision out of fear about failing, the consequences are harder to rebound from. So this is me speaking as a human being and a business owner. It's just important to be in the now, in the today. And sometimes you'll have good days and sometimes you'll have bad days. But we still have to be present today to make it through to tomorrow, even on the bad days. And no one has to tell us how to celebrate or how to be happy on our good days. So I just want to, from my personal experience, download 10 talking points, 10 things that I personally do to navigate through how to take care of my mental while I'm performing the duties of a business owner. My first suggestion is number 1, have lunch away from your desk and your workspace. Eat outside at a park or an outdoor eating area, but I would not recommend eating in your car. This is something I have to work on because I quite often have working lunch. And when I have working lunches, I end up having indigestion. So, but if you just take that time to take in nature and your food, then it makes for better digestion. Number 2, if you find that your frustration level is at an all-time high, walk away. Don't send that text. Don't send that email. Don't answer that phone. Just leave it. Calm down and then move forward. Number 3, take a day off. And of course, you want to be successful in your business, but you also want to be successful in your interpersonal relationships with your family, your friends, and your loved ones, because that's important as well. Just as important as being successful. Number 4, prioritize your battles each day. You cannot conquer the world in one day, and you do what you can in the 24 hours that you have. And I would say 6 to 8 of those hours you should be asleep. Number 5, set goals and forgive yourself if you're not able to achieve them as quickly as you wanted to. And you have to be flexible in your methods for achieving your goals. And again, just plugging in the information that you presented earlier, Miss Avinas, the methods that you use, those points, as far as what other factors you can look at to achieve success, to increase your profit, to increase your clientele. Those are things that people who are in business don't just know off the top. Those people that do know about it is because they've been through trial and error and experience. So, but your service will, it's kind of like the fast track, the AP class for business owners. And also remember to celebrate every small success on your journey. Number 6, spend as much time developing yourself as you do developing your business. When you're tired, frustrated, emotionally heightened, overwhelmed, it's almost next to impossible to be productive. Number 7, take power naps and brain rest. A brain rest that I have is I play Candy Crush, And I don't know, it's something about moving that candy around and the explosions and all of that. It kind of puts my brain on something else rather than just harping on what do I need to do next. Number 8, exercise. I walk a lot, and it really helps me to generate creativity because I'm away from my workspace, I'm away from my laptop, and away from my phone, so I really have that space to really think about what I need to do next with a clear and level head. Number 9, socialize, and not just for business purposes. And Miss Venus, you really hit the nail on the head with this one in your presentation when you spoke about how people will know right away if you're not authentic, if you're not genuine, if you're dishonest, if all you care about is driving a profit. People will know that. So socialize, and not just for business purposes. And I would like to add that your personality is your business card. And if you're always pulling the trigger on your credentials and your exploits, people get turned off and they label you as unauthentic, as you mentioned before. And customers buy from people they like and they share an interest with. And that's something that you mentioned earlier. Number 10, most importantly, is trust the process. With all the great information you shared tonight, if you don't believe that that's going to work, then it's not going to work. It's not. Like, you already have your mind decided that it's not going to work, so it's not going to work. But if you have your mind decided that this is going to work, and you're open-minded and you're flexible about, how you're going to achieve your goals, then it's going to work because you're speaking what you honestly believe. And like you mentioned, perception is reality. So also that ties into the mental health part about fear of failure and what if we don't eat tomorrow. You just have to relax and also take in advice from other people who have wisdom. And that's the whole purpose of this platform, Iron Sharpens Iron, and we're linking up because this is need to know information. So in closing, tomorrow is a day we've never seen before, and anything can happen. But since tomorrow isn't here yet, we need to live today in the now and just know that a bad day is just that, one bad day. And in the words of Dory the clownfish, from the sequel of Finding Nemo, she said, keep on swimming. So that concludes tonight's first linking up meeting. I really enjoyed myself, and thank you, Miss Venus Thompson, for that wisdom that you shared. And everyone will be in touch later. Is there something that you would like to add in closing, Miss Thompson?
Thanks for the opportunity. I just wanted to say thanks again and wish everybody well.